Welcome to episode 20
20.
of F That.
Photo chat.
Alrighty, so photo news. There's not much going on, but did you read about that
I did.
lawsuit with Sony?
While I was floating in between my alarms this morning, my eyes were like rolling into the back of my head, and I'm like, Sony. And I read it, and I was like, that's interesting, and then I fell asleep again. Um, but yeah, I did. I'm just gonna pull it up to fucking.
Yeah,
Egyptian
so this
beach.
guy is doing a class action lawsuit against Sony with the A7 III.
Yeah.
And the shutter problems that they're having with it.
Yeah.
And so not everybody's experiencing this problem, but a shutter usually lasts 200,000
Yeah.
plus actuations. And there are some that have gone up to like 500,000
Yeah.
or more. Like some people, if you take care of your camera, the shutter can last forever.
Yeah.
There's a problem with some of the Sony A7 IIIs where it's dying, the shutter is dying somewhere between 10 and 50,000 actuations.
Yeah.
And if you're over the 1 year warranty, you're looking somewhere between $500 and $750 to get
fix
this
it.
repaired.
See, this is what bothers me because Sony has to be sued to get that. Or to, like, people have to sue Sony to get that. I feel like, as much as I shit on Nikon over here, the D750 was a model with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
A lot of shutter issues. It's called a recall. Just do a fucking recall.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're gonna lose majority of your like. Sony does have a large. I feel like Sony has a large customer base.
Yeah, they have a huge following. Yeah.
But like, if this shit keeps happening, they're gonna lose a lot of people, and Canon's gonna gain a lot more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because Canon can also get stuff in stock. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, speaking of which, I don't know where my friend ordered it, but remember I was asking about the Sigma 150 to 600?
Yeah.
They ordered it and they've already got it. I don't know where they ordered it from. I haven't talked to them
Not
about
us.
that, but no. It wasn't through a camera store.
Oh.
So
Was it
unless
legit?
they did like B&H
It may have been B&H.
or something, but it wasn't a Canadian.
I find more
Camera
people
store.
are getting comfortable with B&H, which I'm even getting more comfortable with B&H because they have a spot for reviews on their website on like third-party stuff,
Yeah.
which I really like because most people use B&H. So yeah, Sony isn't looking too good in the camera store books right now.
No.
For other reasons that I don't think I'm supposed to announce to the public. But just their stock isn't good. Their
Well, there's stock quantities.
yes, but also the way they're handing out stock and prioritizing stock
Okay.
is fucked. And I'm not going to get into it because I think I'd lose my job. But
It's not like anybody listens to us in the first place.
I know, I'll tell you after about it.
Okay, alrighty.
But yeah, Sony, I think a lot of people who know, who have recently talked to the Sony rep would like kind of know what's happening.
Okay.
And they're not really very nice.
Really?
No, yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Sony is further down on the list.
Yeah.
Sorry, Uncle Steve. He's like, I don't watch this shit. Anyways, yeah, but I think Canon is just killing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, I can't understand how a company can take this many customers. I guess COVID really helped them.
Yeah.
COVID
Oh, yeah.
screwed over a lot of little companies and brought them all over to Canon.
Yeah. Canon's like, yeah, kicking ass.
I feel like, I wonder if one day there's going to be, like, Canon is just going to reign supreme.
I think they've reigned supreme
For a while?
for a long time.
Yeah.
Just because of the simplicity of their menu system.
Mm-hmm. For a
they're-
second, I thought we were talking about Sony, which is why I laughed. And yeah, sorry, we're talking about Canon.
Yeah. Simplicity of their menu system. Their autofocus system is probably the best on the market.
Yeah.
The autofocus on their video, the dual pixel autofocus, is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
And now they're coming out with a quad pixel autofocus. Like, I'm sorry, but Sony's autofocus is excellent.
Yeah.
But Canon is just one little step above.
Well, it's funny because Sony's main advantage, in my opinion, is just because they get to everything first.
Yeah.
So they develop the stuff first, but then people like Canon come along and they can elaborate on that, or they'll like grab that aspect and kind of put like their own twist on it.
Yep.
And make it good for their system. So like Sony's good, but for example, when mirrorless cameras, no, I don't want to say first started coming out, they've been coming out for a while.
Yeah.
But like when they started getting serious, so like when the R came out, when they released like the Z6 and Z7, Sony had already been at this game for a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they came out with autofocus or auto eye tracking.
Yeah.
And everybody was obsessed with it. And of course, Nikon did not nail it on the first time. It took them a while. And then Canon was kind of... I don't remember if they were bad right off the bat. I don't think they were.
No, they were good. They were spot on.
All it took... For example, I'm thinking of Nikon. All it took were a couple firmware updates, and then people were doing side-by-side comparisons with all three brands, and they were almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, good for Sony, but it didn't take your competitors very long to catch up.
No.
If Nikon could catch up to you in a couple months.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Canon, is always definitely number one, and Sony number two, and Nikon number three. And that's just my personal opinion. In sales,
Yeah.
I know Sony's ahead of Canon, but they're neck and neck most of the time, and Nikon is just always trying to play catch up. But that's the thing is, like, Nikon and Canon are known camera brands.
Yeah. Some people are still very unfamiliar to Sony.
Yeah.
Because I think Sony owns so many other things.
Exactly.
That they're like, oh, I didn't even think that they would make cameras, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's Fuji. And like, I don't know, everybody's like, oh, Nikon's gonna go out of business. Nikon is having problems, but I don't see them going out of business for a long time.
No.
Because, like, they're still known. Like, you say Nikon and people know what you're talking about. They're not going to go anywhere for a while.
They're talking about plans of having them being profitable again.
Yeah.
By 2022. So next year.
Yeah. Well, I can see that happening. It's just...
Because all the Z lenses that they're coming out with, some are...
Yeah. They need to hurry up and push some of those, but...
Yeah.
They came out with a good list. I think we went over that like a couple months ago,
Yeah.
list. But I don't think they're going to go out of business because first of all, they're huge. Second of all, if Fuji can keep their own company afloat, I think we're fine. Fuji's awesome. I'm not shitting on Fuji at all. But Fuji obviously doesn't have as large of a customer base.
Yeah.
But they've done a really good job in like owning what they make.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. They've kind of made their own niche market, which is what is like I feel like that's the main appeal of Fuji. So it's targeted towards people who like the feel of film cameras.
Yep.
There's Fuji people out there, and I don't know anybody who shits on Fuji ever.
No, God no.
No, there's nobody that shits on Fuji because they can't. It's just an excellent company.
Yeah.
So.
So I think that's it for camera news.
Mm-hmm. I didn't really see anything. I've been scouring the internet.
Yeah.
Didn't really see anything.
Yeah, nothing much going on. So.
What else is new?
Yeah. So, that's it for episode
20
of F That.
Photo chat.
Toodaloo!
Motherfuckers! Muffin break time.